Hello YouTubers, welcome to another episode. Today in the van conversion video series, we're going to be replacing the glow plug on this Eberspacher D4 heater, and it's very similar to pretty much any diesel heater. So we're going to take this brand new glow plug and replace it, so the clips come out under here, and replace this glow plug right here. So we're going to just get right into it, make it really simple. So let's get to it. First things first, you have to take off this control board so you can get access to the cables for the glow plug. So you unscrew this Torx head screw, make sure that's out the way, and then just give this, there's little clips here, little pull, squeeze out the cables, and then out the way. So the cables themselves that we want to remove are right underneath here. Hopefully you can see them. Those cables right there. So you just wiggle out the bottom there, unplug the glow plug from the control board. Excuse the background noise, we're doing some cutting for the internals of the van, so that's this out the way. Now that the glow plug cable is free, just pop out the plastic covering on top and slide it down the cable itself. Now once you have the top of the glow plug, the plastic bits moved away, inside the glow plug, hopefully you can see, inside there at the top of the glow plug is a 12mm nut that you have to be able to remove. So you make sure it's in there, and remember it's quite a sensitive piece of equipment, so you don't want to over torque it, just loosen it and then loosen it with your hand. There you go. So after a little bit of a stressful few minutes there, we have the screen out. As you can see, this is the screen for, see if you can see it. This is the screen for the new one, or a new screen, and this here is the screen on that was in it. So I did squash it, so it made it extra difficult to get out, but it was also stuck into the tube just with being burnt in there over so many years of being an ambulance. And so now, hopefully, with the new glow plug, new screen, it should be burning a lot more efficiently. So fingers crossed it does work. Now, basically, to do the same process in reverse, making sure to be very careful. And that is the diesel heater up and running now, and I'm actually really pleased with the results, even if it was a bit of a, oh, have I done something wrong here? So I'm going to go through what I did, what went wrong, so you know what not to do when you're replacing the glow plug on your diesel heater, and just the reasons for me doing it in the first place. So, what I did wrong, so if we look here at the glow plug itself that came out of the heater initially, this part here is supposed to be connected to one another. So that is a slight issue. So I used the given tool in the kit that I bought, which will be a link in the description below if you want to use that. In fact, I'll put a link in the description to all of the different places you can get it, just because I know some people might want it from elsewhere. So you have this plug here and that plug there. They're supposed to be connected. When I went to take it off, the bolt or the connection sheared off, so not ideal at all, and I thought I actually rounded the top of the glow plug. Fortunately I didn't, and I was able to get the actual glow plug out. If that was the case, then that would be a whole different story. This suggests that this has been needing replaced for a long time, and by it shearing off, it probably means the connection to the glow plug and therefore to the burning of the fuel probably wasn't being as efficient as it could be. The screen as well, as you can see, isn't exactly circular, so I did squash it because I was trying to get into it because it was stuck to the side. So the carbon that had built up over time stuck the screen to the sides, and I was trying to get it in there with a screwdriver and ended up sort of shoving it down, and it was stuck for a little bit until I tried to get the proper tools with my dad. He actually shaved down a long nose pliers so they were thin enough to get in there, take a hold and pull them out. So I would recommend you don't do that, and make sure you have the right tools, whether it's long nose, thin long nose pliers, almost tweezers, long tweezers, and also making sure if it is carboned up, then you're able to know the sign, so as it's black around it and it's not coming off the sides very easily. Perhaps a better idea is to put in a sort of bolt or a screw it in a little bit, not too much, so that it can sort of grab it and then you can pull it out. The reasons for me doing this was because, as I'm not sure if you can hear the diesel heater, but before you could definitely hear the diesel heater, and it would pulse, and it would pulse away, whether that was at a low temperatures on the thermostat or high, whether it was a full chat or not. It meant that I was pretty sure it wasn't running very well. Now, as you might be able to hear, what to me it sounds like is just the fan running, rather than hearing sort of the fuel not be able to burn very well. And so now with the new glow plug, it's made a much bigger difference to the heater itself, and as well, there was a little bit of more diesel smell than I was anticipating to begin with. I put that down to not having it turned on for a long time, but now with the new glow plug in, it was definitely not burning the fuel well, probably down to this not very good connection that was happening between the glow plug and the cable, which is now fixed by replacing the glow plug. So hopefully all that made sense, and hopefully, like I said, it gives you the confidence to do such a change and know that what you shouldn't do. And it is an easy change to do. It's just, like I said, making sure you have a little bit of patience, be really careful with each part, whether it's the glow plug or the screen, and making sure the tools that you have are acceptable for the job. They're not complex tools. Just like I said, if you're able to get for getting the screen out, long thin nosed pliers, or sort of a screw or a bolt to get in there and pull it out, and then getting the actual glow plug out itself. The kit that I got, it came with a 12mm sort of long socket with a little gap in it so the cables could come out, and they can be had for pennies, and you can make them yourself, or you can get them with the kit itself. But that will be it for the almost disaster replacing the glow plug in the diesel heater. As you can hear, maybe, as I've said, it's working very well now versus how it was working previously. So as always, if you would like to see more van content or things like this, remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for all of the van content coming up, especially doing the internals of the van here. I haven't posted that video yet, so internals of the van, putting the bed frame, the kitchen frame, as you can see the seating frames are going up as we speak as well, so all of those things coming up in a video very soon, and have a good one.